Hello, class. Today we're going to be talking about three different verb tenses. The first verb tense we're going to talk about is present tense. We use present tense for two different situations. The first is if something happens right now. For example, I teach reading class. Or Nancy walks to the park. These events happen right now. Now, when we use do, does, or did, if we use the three helping verbs, do, does, did, we always follow with the simple form of the verb. That means we don't add s, es, and we don't add d or ed. So for example, does Nancy walk to the park? Because we use the helping verb does, we do not add s. Does Nancy walk to the park? When we answer, yes, she walks to the park, we add the s because there's no helping verb. But when we say no, she does not walk, we do not add s because of the helping verb does. The other time we use present tense is for what's called habitual behavior, or things that we do regularly. We did them last week, we did them today, we'll do them next week. We did them last month, this month, next month. We did it tonight, last night, every night. They're behaviors that we do regularly. So for example, we brush our teeth every day. I brushed my teeth yesterday. I brushed my teeth today. I will brush my teeth tomorrow. Another example, Ryan brushes his teeth every day. Ryan brushed his teeth yesterday. He'll brush his teeth today. He will brush his teeth tomorrow. Again, we use present tense to describe continuous, regular behavior. Now again, when we use the helping verb, do, does, did, we use the simple form of the verb, no s or es. So with the question, does Ryan brush his teeth every day? We do not add es. Now, when we do not have the helping verb, yes, he brushes his teeth every day, we need to add the es. Or if we answer no, he does not brush his teeth every day, again, we're not adding es. So again, we use present tense for something that happens right now, or we use it for habitual or regular behaviors, things that happen all the time. The second tense we're going to look at is past tense. Past tense are events that happened in the past, they started in the past, and they finished in the past. So for example, I walked to the park yesterday. Walked is past tense. The second sentence, Ryan played basketball last week. Now, most verbs are what called regular verbs. Regular verbs, the past tense ends in D or ED. But there are also irregular verbs. Irregular verbs, the past tense has a special spelling. It does not end in D or ED. For example, Nancy flew to China last year. Flew is the past tense for fly. It does not end in D or ED. Therefore, it is an irregular verb. Again, if we use the helping verb, do, does, did, we use the simple form of the verb. We do not add D or ED. So for example, did Ryan play basketball last week? Even though the sentence is past tense, we do not add D or ED. So yes, he played basketball last week. Or again, if we use do, does, did, we use the simple form of the verb. No, he did not play basketball last week. Again, no D or ED. The same rule applies to irregular verbs. Did Nancy fly to China last year? Yes, she flew to China last year. Or if you use the helping verb did, no, she did not fly to China last year. You use the simple form of the verb. The third verb tense we're going to talk about today is the future tense. The future tense is an event that will happen in the past. Sorry, an event that will happen in the future and end in the future. When we're using the future tense, we usually use the helping verb will. We use will plus a verb. Now, when we use will, we use the simple form of the verb after will. We do not add S or ES. Looking at some examples, I will walk to the park tomorrow. Ryan will play basketball next week. We do not add the S or ES, even though Ryan is third person. Nancy will fly to China next year. Again, we do not add the S or ES. Same thing if we ask the question. Will Ryan play basketball next week? Again, we use the simple form of the verb. No S, no ES. Yes, he will play basketball next week, or no, he will not play basketball next week. Will Nancy fly to China next year? Yes, she will fly to China next year. Or no, she will not fly to China next year.